Hello everyone, WallaceMan105 here in my shiny new base hub. Back for another episode on the KeatsCraft SMP. But what is a hub without things to connect it to? So today we're finally going to be getting our resources up and running. We'll be starting in the east wing here, which I've already built a little into the style I want to use. I like using lava as a light source, and we're taking advantage of the newer, well, it's been a few years now, but the newer 1 light level requirement for mob spawning. So, in this wing, we're going to build a farm for pumpkins, melons, bamboo, sugarcane, and cactus. The farms are all 7 by 5, and I'm going to have 1 spare space left. Let me know down in the comments what you think I should fill with it. These farms are all going to have a hopper minecart running down through this trench underneath to collect all the products, and then those carts will deposit the items into a chest wall at the end of the hallway, which will probably have item filters. Haven't made up my mind yet. I might just let it go crazy for now. I'm super excited to get started on this, but first, we actually do have some further ado. So, as you may have seen in previous videos, this here is my shop. I intended to rebuild it completely in another episode, maybe next one, but that's not why we're here today. See, recently I got a Looting 3 sword, located a slime chunk in my base, and started going ham collecting slime balls. I set a very fair price of $25 for 8, so that anybody needing a slime block would have to pay me at least $50. Surely, I thought, business will be slow as this is too much for something I can farm this easily. Oh boy. Another player who at the time was selling slime blocks for $500 a piece bought out my entire stock to mark up the price. So now I'm selling my slime underground. Speaking of slime underground, here we are at the aforementioned slime chunk. I've got ahead and made this first layer automated, and it is producing a fair bit of slime. But we'll be adding more layers soon to make it go a little bit faster. For now, we'll stick to mildly disrupting the economic disparities present in KeatsCraft. Getting back to the meat of the episode today, these farms are actually just 2 different farms, twice. Pumpkins and melons use the same build, and then sugarcane and bamboo share their own build. So I'm going to build each once, and then mirror it, and then we'll have cactus chilling down at the end. So, let's get started. I've got all the materials I need right here for these farms. We're going to need a decent amount of water for these different farms. So for now, the purpose of this extra section here is going to be to house an infinite water source. How noble. Now, the first farm we're going to build is going to be the pumpkin farm. And to start with, I actually want to go ahead and get the rail system in place. And I have already made a minor slip up because I didn't bring the stone with me, which I believe I chucked in some of these temporary chests here, which we're going to go ahead and turn into stone bricks and more stone bricks. And this is what we're going to place under our rails. These won't lead anywhere yet, but I do want to have them in place. and that's where that power ends. There we go. Let's jump out of here real quick. Then we're going to go ahead and cover this up. Now, since we're using hopper minecarts, the hoppers will be able to pick up the items through these blocks, which isn't necessarily the most resource-efficient way of doing things, but it does look a whole lot cleaner, and I am a slave to appearances. Next up, uh-oh. Oh dear. Okay, so there's been a few latency-related issues on the server over the past couple days. Keating's been adding some new features, but everything is mostly stable right now. So, back to it. We need dirt, 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 dirt. Then we need to clear out this line here. Since we're going to use this line as well, we're going to make it all stone bricks. That's not the one. That's the one. That's the one. Boom. Boom. And while this doesn't technically have to all be source blocks, I like to be thorough. Now, 7 blocks, so we're going to have 3 planted blocks, and we'll go ahead and plant those now. Boom, boom, and boom. Now, we're going to need observers and pistons and redstone dust, and that will get this farm up and running. My favorite thing about these farms is how freaking simple they are. We're going to place the piston facing the grow or destination block for the pumpkin. The observer is going to face into the seed. And then we come back over here. And we're just going to zigzag back and forth, placing the observers and the pistons. Now, we've left all of our bone meal upstairs, so I can't actually show what happens yet. But you'll hear this go off at some point soon. Now all we've got to do is come back here and put a stone brick behind each piston and place redstone dust all along it so that they all go off every time an update is detected. What this is going to do is once these grow, they will be fully tall, and then when they, place a pumpkin down, the stalk in the middle is going to change how its block state because it's going to be connected to that pumpkin. The observer detects this change from straight to connected, fires off the pistons, and boom, we're off to the races. And now I'm going to quickly mirror this on the other side. Alright, so we have it built here. And this time I'm putting the seeds in afterwards so that you can see what I mean about the pistons firing off. Now, these two farms are going to behave exactly the same way, and they're just going to output different things for now. Now, all we've got to do is wall them off and get ready for the next one. We're going to do something a little bit different with this one. We're actually going to sink the farm in by 1 level, so that way we can have a much better guarantee that we're going to get the resources we're going to drop. And that'll make sense in just a moment. But for now, we break out these blocks. We put our row of dirt here. And then behind here, we're going to add water. Now for this section with the sugarcane farm, this does need to be all water source blocks. You can't have any flowing water here. Sugarcane has to grow next to water sources. So I'm just gonna And also, again, it has to be next to, so you can't put the water underneath it either. No loopholes there, I'm afraid. So we'll run over grab our water. And a 1. And a 2. And you can hear... Uh-oh. We're going to take that out of our offhand. But you can hear the pistons firing off as these sprouts are growing. Not going to produce any products now, but give it just a little bit of time. Now, what we're going to do here is we're actually going to build up a block on each side. Do I want that to be concrete? No, I want this to be smooth stone. That's what we're going to do here. That's better. Then we're going to build this up. You know what? Give me 1 sec. That looks much better. Since this will actually be visible, I want this to be grass. Now, what we're going to want to do is place pistons. All along here, we're just going to line this whole thing with pistons. And then we're going to go up on behind it, and line it with observers facing forward. And then all we need to do is go ahead and place our sugarcane like so. And that's it. The farm is done. As these grow, they'll grow up into the line of sight of the observers. I'm a complete buffoon. We're gonna pretend I got this on the first try. Now, when the sugarcane grows up to the observers, it'll break them all. Man, I should have double-checked that first. Alright, now over here, I'm going to mirror this design, and we're going to put the... Ooh, see? They're still going off. But I'll mirror this design over here, and that will be our bamboo farm. Okay, and now the sugarcane farm is up and running. For real, I included the redstone this time, so that when these grow, boom, same thing. Now, once again, all that's left is to finish up the stylings with the walls, and then I'll be right back. Alright, we are back down here. I've gone ahead and put in a lot of the design elements I wanted, and I must admit, this hallway is looking nice. There's just one thing left. I do not especially want to leave these open. Now, the one thing I haven't decided on is whether we're going to use plain glass or if we're going to use red stained glass. I'm leaning towards plain, but I'm going to put them both up here real quick as soon as I make some, so that we can have a direct comparison. Guess I'll have to jump back up to the top. Maybe I'll get to in today's episode, maybe I won't, but this smelter has got to move. It's taking up my whole front door. Alright, there we go. That was probably too much to craft if I'm going to end up not using it. But let's put it in and see how it looks. Now, obviously, all of these are in the wrong place. Let's get that back. Everybody makes mistakes, folks. Be it redstone or building, everybody misses something sometime. But yes, I don't know exactly what color of paint I want to use, But I definitely want to use panes instead of blocks. Because I want the hallway to feel a little bit wider than it actually is. Which, I guess that difference is kind of hard to make when the hallway is shaped like this, because it still feels like a narrow tunnel. I think... You know, I'm really thinking that the red might make it feel a little bit more cramped, and the clear makes it feel a little bit more open. Let me fill this section with all red, and then that section with all clear, and I'll see how I feel then. Alright, now that's placed there. Yeah, nah, definitely. The clear definitely makes the hallway feel more open, whereas this makes it feel narrow, and honestly, the shade of red is a little bit too much. Yep, we're going to change all this over to clear. So, now that I've settled things with the glass pane, the next step is going to be going ahead and making the cactus farm. But before we can do the cactus farm, we need to set up somewhere for these items to go, because these farms are all now operational. And thank you, MCMMO. Now, this starter system here is not going to actually filter the items. Everything is just going to end up in a bit of a mess here. That's not necessarily intentional, but kind of an acceptable loss situation here. I will be adding in a sorted item system later on. Oh, I should have brought an axe. And I'm just realizing I don't think I'll be able to back up and place these. Huh! Made it. Parkour genius. I think we're going to power this one from underneath like so. And then powered rails galore. How many of these can we make powered? One less than that many. Good to know. If my math is right, yeah, we should be able to do that and not have it get stuck or anything. Now, ooh, even better news. It just keeps coming. Let's see if I can do this the way I am hoping I can. Not quite. I want to give this as much time as possible over these hoppers. Wait, what am I worrying about? This works out perfectly. Albeit not symmetrically. Which is going to haunt me. But I can live with it. What we need now is a hopper minecart. I say as I realize I don't have any iron on me. So let's go realize that we've locked ourselves in and have to go the long way around. We have to go an even longer way around. There we are. Now, I just need to grab... Really? None in there either. I need to go topside to grab some iron. Let's break through here. And if my everything is correct, that should run. We'll hear it come back. There it is. Goes around, goes down. And then we'll hear it come back. And there it is. All right, perfect. This will be able to pick up all the items and we'll be set. So it's about time to build the cactus farm. Let me just change out my items. We have returned with the correct resources. Here. We'll handle the lighting in this area in a second. Just need to go grab the fence posts. I didn't bring the fence posts down either. Alright, fences obtained. Now, that's going to be the cactus, fence post. We're going to do that. This is where we're going to handle the lighting. It's not a perfect look, but it does seem kind of science labby, and that is mostly the vibe we're going for. Now, we're going to put these jungle posts here, here, and here. And then we're going to put the cacti here, 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 and here. Then... real quick, we're gonna break all of these. We're gonna come up to here. And we're gonna go to the edge of these hitboxes. And we're gonna place hoppers so that they are pointing into the hopper minecart. Then we're going to go grab this water here. And 3, 4. We're going to go over here. And we're going to set up water flows running into those hoppers. Now, the biggest and saddest problem with a cactus farm is that cacti will, on occasion, have blocks land on them. This destroys the block. Ooh, we already have some goods in here. Most excellent. But yes, this includes any cacti block that cacti items that drop onto the cactus block. There's not really a easy way that I know of to completely fix this problem. So, unfortunately, that's going to stick around for now. Okay, so with the cactus farm done, dusted, and decorated, that still leaves the question of this area over here and what I'm going to do with it. Like I said, please let me know down in the comments what you think I should put here. There's a couple different stations I could have here. I could make this something like where I stand, where I'm AFK. I haven't made up my mind, like I said. But for now, that's actually going to be it for this episode. I know this has turned out to be a bit less forward momentum in terms of maybe time spent working on stuff on the server. But I am having a pretty busy week, so I'm going to call it here and get started on editing this right away. Until next time, guys, This has been Wallace. I hope that you guys have a fantastic day, and remember to take it easy.